again I welcome on the class of construction management. So I hope you all are safe and healthy. So in the previous class I have discussed about the introduction about the project management, and after that 5 techniques of the project management, like the first one is the bar chart, and the second one is milestone chart, and the third one is link bar chart, and the fourth one is work breakdown structure, and the last one is network theory. And after that I have discussed the types of event and types of activity. So today I will discuss about the how to numbering the events, and after that before that I will show you the various rules to draw the network diagram, and after that errors in the network diagram, and in the last I will discuss how to draw the network, how to numbering the events, and in this part I will discuss the Fulkerson rule. So today I will start about the rules of to draw the network. So there are certain rules, with the help of that rules we can draw the network, or with the help of that rule we can check whether our network is correct or not. So the first rule is initial event has only one outgoing array. So we can see that this is in the given network diagram, this is event, this is the initial event. So the initial event, there should be only outgoing array, there should be no incoming arrow. So this will be the initial event, and it should have only outgoing arrow. Second rule is finish event has only incoming arrow. So this is the finish event, and in finish event only incoming arrow we can see, there should be no outgoing arrow. So that will be the finish event. So these are the two rules. With the help of that we can check whether our network is correct or not. Third one is a network must have only one initial event. So in any type of network there should be only one initial event. We can see that in this type of network only one initial event. A network must have only one finish event. But here we can see that there are two finish event. The event 6 and event 3 is the finish event. So the network is not correct. So we can check from this rule that our network is not correct. So network must be only one finish event. Similarly, an event occurs when all the activity leading to it are completed. So our network diagram shows only it will be complete once we will utilize all the activities. Sixth one is an activity can start when its tail event occurs. So an activity can start when its tail events occur, and the next rule is an event cannot occur more than once in the network. That is, no loop should be present in the network. So in this network we can see that the initial event is 1 and finish event is 6, and we can see that there is only one initial event and there is only one finish event, and initial event has outgoing arrow and the finish event has incoming arrow. So up to this it is okay. But we can see that event 3, so we can see from here this follows this, but there is a loop. If I follow, you can see that the network diagram 1 to 2, 2 to 3, but the arrow should be like that, but there is a looping, and the arrow direction of the arrow is reverse. Similarly, we can see that 1, 2, 4, 5, 3. So event 3 is coming 2 times. If I take this from this line, so from this way, 1, 2, if I write the network 1 to 2, 2 to 3, but here is also 1, 2, 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 5, and once again it is 5 to 3. So it should not be like, and we can see that there is a loop is coming. So this type of network is not acceptable, and there is a error that is called looping error. After that, the next rule is single arrow in the network must represent single activity. We can see that the single arrow in the network must represent single activity. The flow of time in the network is generally considered from left to right. So the flow of time should be from here to here. So left to right. Arrow used in the network to represent the activity are not a vector quantity. So this is just like an arrow. It is not. It doesn't mean that it is a vector quantity activity A, B, and these activities are not the vector quantity. as far as possible, crossing of arrow in the network must be avoided. So crossing of network we have to avoid, but if it is not possible, if we are unable to draw the network, then bridging is provided. Like this is, we can see that 3 to 6 there is a bridge, but we should avoid these things. So what are the various types of error in the network diagram? So the first error, as I told you earlier, that there should be no looping in the network. So we can see that we can move from this way also, we can move from this way also. So there is a loop is coming in the network. So this type of error is called looping error. So this is not acceptable in the network. Second type of error in the network is dangling error. So what is dangling error? So dangling error is coming when more than one finish event occurs in the network diagram. So in the previously we have shown you, I have shown you that there are two finish events. So that type of network is not acceptable, and in that types of network dangling error will occur. So if more than one finish event in the network, it leads to the dangling error. So we can see there here in the network diagram there are two finish events. The 3 and 6 are the finish events. And I told you that in any network diagram, only one initial event and only one finish event should be there. And the third type of error is wagon wheel error. So this type of error is very difficult to identify. Here we can see that for event 6, network shows a particular set of activity. STU starts after the completion of PQR. This activity, we can see that activity STU only start when the activity PQR will complete. So, but in actual, PQR is not exist. So this type of error, if this type of problems is coming in the network, so we can understand that wagon wheel error is occur. So if these things I have written, if a network shows that a particular set of activity STU starts after the completion of other set of activity PQR, which is actual does not exist, will lead to wagon wheel error. So there are three types of error I have discussed. The first one is loop error, and second one is dangling error, and the third one is wagon wheel error. So once we have drawn the network, so we have to take care of this and we have to remove this type of error. And after that, I am going to discuss the how to numbering the numbering of events. So there is a very famous rule, Fulkerson rule. With the help of that, we can number the any network. So numbering of event is done by the Fulkerson rule. And what is Fulkerson rule says? So numbering the initial event as one. Whatever be the initial event, so we can identify initial event. Initial event has only outgoing arrow, no incoming arrow in the initial event. So number as 1 in the initial event, and as I mentioned that if 1 is the initial event, so remove all the outgoing arrows from the initial event, it will lead to the formation of the new initial event. Number the new initial event sequentially and repeat the step 2 and 3 until all the events of the network are numbered. So I have taken one example. This is the network diagram is drawn. So we have to number it. So we have to identify there is a one initial event and there is a one finish event and there is no more than two finish event. So initial event we can take, this is the initial event. So initial event is numbered as 1, and all the arrows are removed from the initial event. So only one arrow is going from the initial events. So after that, this event is coming, so it is named as 2. And from the event 2, outgoing arrow from the event 2. So once again, remove this arrow. So we can either number as 3 and this one is 4. But if I number this 3, so one arrow is coming in this event. So we can't number as 3. So this will be the 3. And if I cut from the, once again I remove the arrow which is going outward from the event 3, so it will be 4. If I remove this once again arrow, so this will be, it will not be 5 because one incoming arrow is there, so it will be 5. Once again remove this, So this will be 6. Remove this. So we can't number as 7 because one incoming arrow is coming in the this event. So this will be 7. Once again remove this arrow, so it will be 8. Remove this arrow, so this will be 9. So this is the numbering done by the Fulkerson rule. Once again I am telling, initial event marked as a 1 and remove all the networks going from this event. So only one arrow is going, so I have removed, and after that sequentially we have to number. After 1 it is 2. Once again I have removed all the arrows going to from the event 2. So either it will be number 3 or it will be 3. But the one thing we have to remember that whatever you are numbering after that, there should be no incoming arrows. So if I number this event as a 3, but there is a incoming arrow is coming in this event, so this will be 3, and after that, after 3 it will be 4. Once again I have removed the arrow, so I can number. There are two possibilities, whether I have numbered this event as a 5 or this event as a 5. But if I number this event as a 5, so incoming arrow is coming, so it can't be event as a 5. So this will be the event 5, and once again I have removed the arrow, so it will be 6, and once again I remove, then it will be 7, 8, 9. So this is the way to number the numbering the network diagram. This is the second example I have taken. So once again the first event is a assume as a 1, and there are 2 outgoing arrows from the event. So I have got remove this network. So either it will be 2 or it will be 2. But if I number this as a 2, so one incoming arrow is coming. So it will not be 2. This will be second, and this will be if I remove this one and this one, so it will be 3. So if I remove once again, it will be those. Then it will be 4, and it will be 5. Once if I remove, then it will be 5, and this will be 5, and this will be 6. Similarly, this is 6. If I cut it, this one, so this will be 7, and if I cut it, so this will be 8. If I cut, it will be, so it will be 9, so it will be 10, so it will be 11. So with, like this we can numbering the events. Once again I am telling, this is event 1, and remove the all arrows from the event 1. So either it will be 2 or it will be 2, or either it will be 3 or it will be 3. So if I number as 2, so one incoming arrow is going, so it can't be 2, it will be 2. Then once again remove all the arrow from the 2, so it will be 3, because it cannot be 3 because one arrow is coming here. So this will be 3. Once again remove the outgoing arrows, so it will be 4. So after that I have removed the outgoing arrows from the 4, so it will be 5, and after 5 this is already removed, so this one will be 6, and if I remove this one and this one, so it will be either it will be 7 or it will be 7, so it will be 8, so then it will be 7, and after if I remove this one, so and this one, so this will be 9, and this will be 10, and this will be 11. So this is the way we have to number the event. And the problem can be like in the terms of statements. Firstly we have to make the network diagram, then it will be numbered. So a network consists of 8 events, consisting 8 events having the following precedent, predecessor relationship. Draw the network for the given relationship. So these are the 8 events are there: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And event 1 has no predecessor event. Event 2 has one predecessor event, that is 1, and for the event 3, 1 is the predecessor event, and for event 4 the predecessor event is 2 and 3, and for event 5 it will be 3 and 4, and for event 6 it is 3 and 5, and for the event 7 the predecessor event is 6, and for the event 8 the predecessor event is 4 and 7. So once we draw the network, so we have to take care of this predecessor event. So start. Let us assume this event is 1, and event 1 has no predecessor event, but event 2 and 3, event 2 and event 3, let us assume this is 2, this is 3. So event 1 and event 2 and event 3, event 2 has one predecessor event, that is 1, 1. So event 2 and event 3 has a predecessor event, that is 1. And after that the event 4 has the predecessor event 2 and 3. Event 4 has the predecessor event 2 and 3. So if I make this is 4, so event 4 has the predecessor event 2 and 3. Similarly, if I see event 5 has a predecessor event 3 and 4. Event 5 has the predecessor event 3 and 4. So if I draw this one, this is event 5, and event 5 has the predecessor event 3 and 4, and similarly event 6 has the predecessor event 3, 5. Event 6 has the predecessor event 3, 5. This is event 6, 3 and 5. So we can join like this. So event 6 has the predecessor event 3 and 5. Similarly, event 7 has the predecessor event 6. Event 6 has the predecessor event. Event 6 has the predecessor event 3 and 5. Event 7 has the predecessor event 6. Event 7 has the predecessor event 6. So it is 7. And similarly, event 8 has the predecessor event 4 and 7. 4 and 7. So we can make like this. This is event 4 and 7. And we can see that. So this is the meaningful network diagram. We can see, and now we can match. So event 1 has no predecessor event. Event 1 has no predecessor event. This is initial event. Event 2 has the predecessor event. Event 2 and event 3 has the predecessor event 1. Event 2 and event 3 has the predecessor event 1. Okay. And after that, event 4 has the predecessor event 2 and 3. Event 4 has the predecessor event 2 and 3. Similarly, event 5 has the predecessor event 3 and 5. Event 5 has the predecessor event 3. Event 5 has the predecessor event. Event 5 has the predecessor event 3 and 4. Event 5 has the predecessor event 3 and 4. Okay. And after that, event 6 has the predecessor event 3 and 5. Event 6 has the predecessor event 5 and 3. Okay. And event 7 has the predecessor event 6. Event 7 has the predecessor event 6. And similarly, event 8 has the predecessor event 7 and 4. So this is the network diagram, and this is called initial event. Initial event. This is the finish event. Finish event. And we can say that initial event has only outgoing arrows. Okay. Finish event has only incoming arrows. Okay. Finish event, there should be no two finish event. There is only one finish event. Okay. So there is no dangling error. Similarly, the time is from left to right, increasing from left to right. So it is increasing. So this is the correct network diagram. So this is network diagram. So dear learner, today I have discussed about the different rules to draw the network, and after that errors in the network, and after that I have discussed the numbering of events, and in numbering of events I have discussed the Fulkerson rule. So today, in next class, I will discuss about the difference between the CPM and pod, and after that I will start the pod. So take care of your health and happy learning.